Alton Towers have finally announced the name for their brand new ride, and my god, I really wasn't expecting it to be called this. One of the strangest records held in a UK theme park has been beaten by another theme park in Shanghai, and a world's first roller coaster type is in production over in America. But that's not everything, because all that and even more has happened this past week in theme parks. Yes, we are back once again exactly 1 week after the first episode for episode 2 of 2025. What do they say? Consistency is key.
We're on a roll, lad!
Of this past week in theme parks, where we look at the past week in theme parks. What? No, really? There's some exciting pieces coming up in this video, so if you want to skip to specific ones that you'd rather see more about, then use the video progress bar chapters to do that. And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Do that too, if you want and enjoy this video. Thanks. And tell you what I enjoy just as much. News. Theme park news, to be precise. Should we get into some? We will hop straight over to America first, because we seem to always hop over there first now, even though originally I never used to cover America. But now I do! Wrath of Rakshasa over at Six Flags Great America has continued construction. This dive coaster has the world's most inversions at 5. The video genuinely said that when they released it. I'm not even lying, go watch this video if you haven't seen it. We reacted to it and it was pretty stupid. But the lift hill to that massive drop that will send you into the world's most inversions has been going up nicely. And talking of Great America, that park may see the existence of it stopped, because the lease that allows that park to be ran may be running out and expiring in 3 years' time. Six Flags have actually given us some pre-warning for once. Another removal, Nighthawk at Carowinds. That is being taken down as we speak and has track laying outside the ride now. Good night, Hawk. That was awful, I'm sorry. But with track being removed at Carowinds, Canada's Wonderland are installing track on what will be Canada's longest, tallest and fastest launched roller coaster. Yes, I'm sorry, in my Alpenfury first reaction video, I did sort of sit there and go, oh, it's going to be the tallest, fastest and longest in Canada, not launched. Just in general. And in the back of my brain, I knew that there was a taller coaster at that same park. So I don't know why I said it, but we can put that to bed now. But the ride is being constructed, and again, track is on its way there, not being taken out like Nighthawk. Triceratops Spin at Animal Kingdom in Florida, that's now closed. Yeah, it looked like a Dumbo's Flying Elephant style ride, but Triceratops instead. What else am I supposed to say about this? How about we talk about a world's first roller coaster coming to the US? Six Flags Magic Mountain, one of the biggest theme parks in the world, amusement parks, because it's Six Flags. And lo and behold, to add to their already stacked coaster lineup, they're going to be getting another one in the form of a world's first roller coaster type. Now, obviously, we know Vekoma. They do manufacture a lot of different rides, and especially recently, they went and manufactured Fly, which is incredible. That is, of course, their new generation flying coaster. Now, of course, they did make ones before that, so that's why it's new generation. But there's only one left operating in the world, and one of the ones that was open was Nighthawk, that we spoke about earlier. They all don't have a great fate, thus meaning they're bad. But the new generation is silky smooth, and of course they have their sit-down coasters, their motorbike coasters, which are really cool. What about combining the motorbike coaster and the flying coaster? Well, that is exactly what is coming to Six Flags Magic Mountain, a brand new Vekoma, what do you even call it? It's like a strider coaster, where you're going to sit like this. It's sort of like a suspended motorbike, more so than anything. So technically it's more of an invert, but at the same time it is flying, but you're not flying because you're not lying down. I don't know, it's confusing, but you can see it. And the layout looks pretty unique, and I'm really excited to see how this actually rides. It's very cool to see them innovating. But talking of world record breaking things, we hold a really strange world record here in the UK at a theme park that has been broken very recently. If you look over to Legoland Windsor, we have a roller coaster called, or two roller coasters, known as Mini Figure Speedway, and in the center of that ride, we have the world's largest Lego minifigure. Like I said, a strange world record. But over in Shanghai's Legoland, they are building an entirely new roller coaster and sort of massive building behind it, which, as much as we could talk about the family B&M invert in front, which looks very strange and could be coming to Legoland Windsor one day, you never know. What I more want to focus on is that big minifigure behind it. Because I can't lie to you, I don't know if it's the scale of the building or the ride next to it or whatever, that looks way bigger than the one we have here in Legoland Windsor. And you know, I don't know how to feel about that. A lot of people talk about the fact that when Smiler's record gets taken by somewhere else, we're going to be really sad. Biggest Lego minifigure. What am I going to do with my life? Fingers crossed Legoland Windsor have a plan to upscale Roxy and make her 7 times bigger. It makes me really sad to see that go. And you know what else has gone recently? Thorpe Park. Not the whole park's not going. But something they do every year seems to have been littled down to just one event. Because yes, as you know, Thorpe Park do run a lot of events throughout the year. They have Mardi Gras, Oktoberfest, Fright Nights, they had Park Vibes one year. Absolutely horrendous name for an event, but it actually had some banging music. But usually by now we can see all of their upcoming events on their page, but this year there's none. Except from Fright Nights. And like I said, we usually get 3 or 4 throughout the year, maybe just 2, but this year it just seems to be the one. But yeah, potentially Fright Nights is the only event happening at Thorpe Park this year. And something that isn't happening this year, but next year instead, God, these segues are getting amazing, aren't they? Is a brand new roller coaster coming to Alton Towers. And no, I don't mean Project Horizon. I mean Project Sunshine. But Project Sunshine, of course, is that new roller coaster coming to CBeebies Land. And what do I have to report on this week? Well, they have actually put in that planning application for it. And as much as we just saw the sort of text that said that they'd done it last week, we now have confirmation of the documents within. And we can see a lot of what this ride is going to look like. And we can see the buildings around and everything like that. And behold, there is the layout of this brand new junior roller coaster. Replacing Postman Pat, the ride? Yeah. It's not very long. Obviously, we know Merlin love a world's first, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is the world's shortest roller coaster. That's the record they're going for. But of course, it is a kid's roller coaster, so it makes sense why it is a little short. It would have been nice to see a bit of a longer layout, maybe with like a helix in it, or maybe, I don't know, it goes round a little bit more of that area, because the Postman Pat Land has a lot of area and a lot more potential than just a circle. But yeah, it's very interesting to see that documentation come out. And this won't be the last thing on this coaster, because I'm tempted to do another video covering it all in great detail. And I might recreate it. 1,000 likes and I'll recreate the Alton Towers new junior roller coaster that literally does in Planet Coaster 2. That would be quite funny, but also the easiest recreation I've ever done. Like said though, I will be talking more about that in future videos, because there is one news story that is more important than that. Well, in my opinion, because some people really might want that bluey roller coaster. And that is, at the same park, Alton Towers, they have announced the official name of their brand new ride for 2025. Of course, over the past year, we've seen this project develop, Project Ocean, as it was known as. We saw it go from the plans of just being a cube on top of a concrete tunnel to construction starting very soon after Nemesis's opening day. We've even been given some photos of the actual ride structure during close season, which is so unusual for Alton Towers, but please keep doing this with future rides. And we've had teasers every so often, but now we have the official name. In this very cool trailer you can see on screen here, and it sort of has loads of like coding and stuff, and it slowly spells out Toxicator, which in English language is Toxicator. Yes, that is right. Toxicator is the name for this ride, and it has been officially announced by the park, so we can stop doing the, oh, I really like the look of Project Ocean jokes. And it has been confirmed to be a top spin, if we didn't already know that. At least the shoe was worth it then. And we even have some facts about it as well. But something I do want to just touch on is that teaser video. Despite the fact we don't properly see the actual ride itself, like actually in real life in this trailer, I think the animated version, the way the top spin comes up on the screen and starts spinning around as like some digital thing, not to be confused with DigitalDan in GTA 5, but the way all the toxic liquid is like flowing through different pipes and everything, and of course all the computerized effects. I love that teaser trailer, it's very cool. The logo itself for Toxicator you can see right at the end, and it doesn't really have a text logo, it's more the logo of the ride above with the text underneath. Yeah, that's the logo for it, and the text goes with it. Quite a generic text font, but I do like it. Now, shall we go through some of the statistics of this ride? The first of its kind in the UK, Toxicator sees thrill seekers subjected to heart-pounding centrifugal forces from intense spin patterns. Damn. They do enough make it seem like a torture device from that. Named Toxicator, the new topspin ride can accommodate more than 500 riders per hour. They are seated back to back before being flipped round and held face down above a bubbling pool of highly toxic alien acid. And just seeing the fact that we're going to be hanging over that water again, much like Ripsaw used to do and a lot of these top spins do. To also hear that it's highly toxic alien acid, could we see this water, because it's not connected to any like natural reservoirs, could we see it actually made green? Standing at a record-breaking 78 feet high thanks to its setting on a 16-foot elevated platform, it is situated in Forbidden Valley, next to the iconic Nemesis Reborn. I do like the fact that they've said it's record-breaking purely because it's on a concrete platform. That's quite funny. I told you, Merlin love their world record-breaking rides. Even concrete can get involved. And yeah, from what I'm reading, we got the same things. 1.4 meter height restriction, that's quite a big one. And it says that they're not yet ready to reveal precisely when Toxicator will turn your world upside down, but rest assured the wait will be worth it. So we don't know yet, but they have said spring 2025. I reckon it will be opening day, but it might not be. Keep your eyes peeled. I'll make a video when the opening day gets announced. So subscribe so you don't miss it. What do you guys think to this world's first concrete elevated topspin? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time for this past week in theme parks 3 of 2025.